Airbnb has been a fantastic way to generate high cash flow from real estate. But with great opportunity comes increased competition. So now tons of investors looking to capitalize on this have rushed in and most markets have become saturated. And as a result, many long-standing hosts who have been operating for years are getting dragged down by the new supply. But oversaturation does not mean that all the demand has disappeared. In fact, according to most reports, it's actually steadily increasing. There are now just more places for guests to choose from. And like with any industry, the best businesses will be picked first. And when the demand runs out, it's really just the hosts who can't compete that will be left empty-handed. So how do you become the best choice and avoid getting pushed down to the bottom? You build something that no new competitor can get, a brand. And no, you don't have to be a big business in order to do this. You can build a brand with just one property. You see, our brains get bombarded by options every day, and so brands are just a way for people to more easily identify something and build familiarity with it. This is how businesses establish themselves in a market and how you can differentiate yourself from the endless pages of choices on Airbnb. Because when you establish a brand, you go from just being another product on Airbnb's shelf to a unique business entity that gets associated with higher quality, greater legitimacy, and more experience. And now all of the extra efforts that you put into your business, your quality reviews, social media exposure, email marketing, paid advertising, website content, can all go towards building up this brand and growing past your competition. And you can firmly root yourself in a market so that no new competitor can just come in and take demand away from you. Because you can have many people already know about you through social media, already referred to you through email marketing to past guests, and even already have them connected with you through helpful local guides you've shared on your website. And this is going to be how you have to compete in the future against the massive onset of new competition, as we have left the era where you could simply just list on Airbnb and expect endless demand to just come your way. Just look at this vacation rental, for example. They didn't just name their property Modern A-Frame Cabin with Hot Tub. No, they created a brand name that carries across to their website, Instagram page, Facebook, emails, and more. And this has caused their growth to go far beyond just their review count on Airbnb, but rather to an independent business that can even scale beyond Airbnb. And as a result, they've become extremely established in their market and have no concern over new competition or cheaper alternatives. And this has allowed them to charge premium prices while remaining fully booked almost an entire year in advance. In fact, it's been clearly proven that customers are willing to pay more for brands, and this even leads to attracting better quality customers as well. Not to mention, brands are more memorable because of the psychology behind naming, logos, colors, and design, which is why people can't help but respond more to them.
Get them out of my head. You are no longer in control.
And brands that start to get traction can even get actively sought out on Google, which can lead to the highest quality traffic to your business. You see, when you operate under a brand name, every single impression you get on social media, every view on your listings, and every positive review can all raise awareness and get people directly searching for you on Google. And even if this search volume is very low, these people often have the highest intent to book, and so this comes with a much higher conversion rate than the people who only found you while browsing. This is why businesses spend millions of dollars toward brand marketing that doesn't always lead to an immediate purchase, but positions them to succeed in the long run. And this brand can not only increase the return on every extra bit of effort you dedicate to your business, but also allow you to expand and carry this brand with you to every additional property that you add, which can dramatically improve your success rate with each new property through cross promotion, and also allow you to scale your brand way faster through your portfolio. And this can build up equity not only in the properties you invest in, but also the brand you build that supports them as well, causing you to also look way more valuable for resale over other vacation rentals that have only ever just listed on Airbnb. And all of this can help differentiate you from all the new competitors that are just looking to make a quick buck and not actually willing to commit to this industry. So if you want to harness the power of branding and use it to stand out from all the competition and grow your vacation rental business, then I've broken it down into 3 steps. By the way, if you're liking this video so far, then be sure to hit the like button and help me out with this YouTube algorithm.
You will know if you don't click that like button.
So step 1 is to create the brand that you want to build. This starts by giving your property a name and not just keyword stuffing your Airbnb title, which no longer even plays a role in click-through rate after their update. I'd recommend creating a brand name that is not solely attached to one property, but rather one that can become an umbrella for multiple properties. This is because you want to create a brand name with an end goal in mind to enable long-term growth and not run into any limitations in the future. You also want to do a quick Google search to ensure that your desired brand name doesn't already exist, and this this is important for securing your website domain and social media handles. The next thing you want to do is not actually jump into creating a logo, but to actually pick out your colors first. Yes, it sounds trivial, but it turns out people actually see colors before shapes, and this can help you craft your brand design and unify all your different sites. And as far as a logo goes, in the early stages, it's not actually that important, and you could even just use your brand name with a unique font to start.
He just highlighted avatar, he clicked the drop-down menu, and then he just randomly selected papyrus.
After that, you want to try and create a core value and message that speaks to your target audience. Brand research has shown that one of the main reasons customers get behind a brand is because they resonate with what the brand stands for. So to tap into this, you can think about what guests are coming to your place to experience and try to capture this in a brief tagline. Then you can use this as the first line in your description, subheading on your website, bio on social media, and even on artwork inside of your home. And this can be something as simple as makeup for lost time for a family-friendly home, or time to unplug and reconnect with nature for a remote cabin. And this message just might be the tipping point between a potential guest connecting more with your property over a competitor's options. Now, if you're struggling to come up with a name or a tagline, then you can always look to what top companies in the industry have done, or even just ask ChatGPT for some inspiration too. Now, step 2 is to take the brand you've created and build up omnipresent marketing. This essentially means you try to appear in as many different places along the customer journey as possible. And most hosts think that the customer journey of the guest is just as simple as ready to book a getaway to a certain location, pull up Airbnb and search location, book the listing that appeals the most. But if you actually track a guest's path to booking a vacation rental, it's actually far more complex than this and involves a very gradual approach with numerous touch points. And so you want to try and show up in as many of these places as possible to improve your chances of being discovered, connect with potential guests, and build your foundation within your market. Now, the best way to get discovered in the early stages of the customer journey is to be active on social media. Because the first thing that most people do without even realizing it is start paying more attention to travel-related content while browsing, and the algorithms can quickly see this and often start showing even more getaway inspiration to them as well. To do this, you want to create an Instagram and Facebook page for your brand and share content that inspires people to visit your destination and stay at your place. And you don't even have to stop there. You can also post on TikTok, YouTube, and Pinterest as well to extend your reach and build up your omnipresence. This is often going to be the first place people find and engage with you, so you want to display your branding throughout these accounts in as many ways as possible. Next, you want to lean into your branding during the planning stages with your listings and your website. This is where you have the most opportunity to express your brand and use it to stand out and differentiate yourself from all the similar options that guests have to filter through. Now, you don't have to have a website that takes direct bookings if you're only interested in going through Airbnb, but you can still create a branded site that gives you a better presence on Google, but links back to your Airbnb listing to book. This can allow you to start creating blog content for things to do in your area that not only helps people find your brand, but also positions you as a local expert. Then after that, you also want to reinforce your brand during their stay to help ensure that they get delivered on what actually helped hook them in. This is also important for getting more repeat guests by leaving a lasting, memorable impression that resonates more with them for when they see your emails or social media posts after their stay. For this, you can display your brand inside your home through interior decorations and custom household items. You can even have your brand show up on your Wi-Fi connection page and welcome message. But the best solution is to use a branded digital guidebook like TouchStay that sticks with your guests throughout their entire stay. And of course, even after your guests leave, you still want to keep in touch and encourage them to book again through branded email campaigns. This can also help turn more of your positive reviews into referrals by leveraging your brand's social proof. By the way, don't forget to subscribe to get notified of all my upcoming videos. Now, step 3 is to leverage this brand awareness to unlock Google search traffic. Aside from the main listing platforms, Google amounts for the most traffic for people looking to book a vacation rental. And when you create a brand that has a searchable name and gain exposure through omnipresent marketing, you can start to get branded search volume on Google. This is the holy grail of business and how you can really start profiting from all your marketing. And to ensure you take advantage of this, it's important to consider search engine optimization when building out your website. But often websites that aren't optimized for SEO can lose out on branded searches to listing platforms like Airbnb, which for those looking to get direct bookings kind of defeats the purpose of doing marketing just to still end up paying fees.
I saw that going differently in my mind.
So a strategy that can often be worth doing is running branded pay-per-click campaigns on Google in order to rank first and get nearly 100% of your branded searches to your website. And because nobody is bidding on these keywords, your cost per click will be extremely low, and paired with high conversion rates can be very profitable. In fact, you don't have to limit yourself to just branded keywords, but you can also run Google ads toward other keywords as well that get even more search volume in your market. And for this, you don't even have to beat all the larger companies who have million-dollar budgets for Google ads, but rather just target more long-tail keywords that don't get as much competition, or create better landing pages for specific topics related to your niche that achieve a higher quality score than the generic landing pages bigger companies often have to use. And another thing to keep an eye out for is Google vacation rentals, which could potentially take up a larger piece of the market from Airbnb and VRBO once people start getting more accustomed to seeing results in this form. If the success of Google Flights is any indicator, travelers will change their behavior and adopt Google vacation rentals in the future. Now, when you build a brand, establish omnipresence, and foundation yourself within your market, this can allow you to capture way more demand than your competition and in return charge more premium prices. And I have a whole video that goes deep into pricing strategies and pairing your discounts and special offers with marketing to create high-performing promotions that can help boost your occupancy during low periods like weekdays and slow seasons. So click the video right here to watch that next.